Today I'm going to show you how to save $10 because you're going to be able to make the best iced coffee at home. Can you believe it? A big iced coffee is literally like $10 now, depending on what you add in it at a coffee shop. Forget it. Iced coffee is so easy to make at home, and I have the perfect recipe. And the fun thing is, you only need 3 ingredients and then any additional toppings that you want. It's so simple. It's hard to even call it a recipe, but you're gonna make this on repeat. And my favorite way to drink it is outside, in the sun, by the pool. But if you ask my daughter, iced coffee is actually year round. If she doesn't care if there's 3 feet of snow on the ground, she's still going to enjoy her iced coffee. And now she gets to make it at home and loves it even more. Remember, you can grab the full recipe. I have that linked for you as well. And while you're there, you might as well just search Starbucks because we have a ton of coffee cup recipes that you might want to make at home. Now, before we get started, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Carrie with eatingonadime.com, and you are on my YouTube channel. My sister and I are here to help families eat well on a budget, and that includes simple, delicious recipes like today that's going to save you a ton of money. Because if you're obsessed with iced coffee like me and my daughter are, your bill is getting added up if you're going out to get that iced coffee every single day. So we're not doing that anymore. We're gonna make it at home. Now, the 3 simple ingredients you're gonna need is some leftover coffee, like just brewed coffee, or you can buy cold brewed coffee in the grocery store. It's going to be a little bit more expensive, but it's always ready for you, and it's still gonna be so much cheaper than going to the restaurants. You're gonna need a 1/2 cup of milk, any kind of milk that you like. You can do whole milk, half and half. You can do heavy cream. You could do almond milk, soy milk. I mean, anything that you like. And the thing I love about this is you know exactly what is in those ingredients in that milk. So like, for example, I love almond milk, and I buy an almond milk that just has 3 to 4 ingredients in it. So I know it's not pumped up with all this extra sugar. And then the third thing you're gonna need is simple syrup. Simple syrup is a way to sweeten it. It's an easier way to sweeten it, but if you continue watching the video, we're gonna show you different ways that you can sweeten it if you don't wanna use a simple syrup. Let's get started. We're gonna need some ice cubes. You're gonna fill up a pretty big cup, about 3/4 of the way with ice cubes. You know, if you just have a fridge, you can just push it underneath there and get the ice cubes to fall right out. So this is gonna be the hardest part of today's recipe. For me. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Couple more actually. I'm using a large mason jar because I think it's super cute. We can include links to some of our favorite cups and mason jars, and also a metal straw. You don't have to, but the straw is perfect for drinking out of your iced coffee and also for stirring up all the ingredients. The first thing we're going to add is our simple syrup. Now, simple syrup is basically just sugar water. And you can make a simple syrup, but remember, we're trying to make this as easy and fast as possible because I want you to be able to make this at home faster than you can drive over to the coffee shop and home to get it, and you can make this in no time. So simple syrup is just going to sweeten it. If you don't like sweetener in your iced coffee, you don't need to. Now the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of simple syrup, but I'm just going to do 1 to test it out because I don't really like my iced coffee super sweet. My daughter, on the other hand, would totally do the 2 tablespoons. So you do you, boo, and you decide how you like yours. Now we're gonna pour the cooled coffee right over the ice cubes. And then you're gonna pour your milk of choice. And that's how you do this, guys. That's it, a quick stir and a sip. Oh yeah, that's good. That's the perfect amount of sweetness for me. I don't need a ton. My daughter would love to do 2. I think this is perfectly sweetened. So if you're like nervous about the sweetness, just start with 1 and then add with 2. But if you're like a really sweet iced coffee, go ahead and bump it up to 2. Now, when you're finished with this, then you can add anything else you want. You can add whipped cream on top. You can add a caramel drizzle on top, which my daughter loves. You can do a vanilla syrup and add to it. And if you have like a vanilla syrup, you can substitute, but that's sweetened, or caramel syrup, or why did I say caramel? Really weird. Sorry, guys. but any kind of flavored syrups, we're going to include some links to some of our favorite ones that you can buy in the big pumps that you can pump into your coffee, that you can get them on Amazon. That's where we get them, and you can just pump them in. Now you can do that instead of the simple syrup. I personally just love this as is, but I know that a lot of people like their flavored coffee with caramel and stuff. So substitute like 1 pump for 1 tablespoon. So I would do 2 pumps if you wanted it really sweet. Another thing you can do that my daughter loves to do is she likes to pour caramel in the cup before we add all the stuff, and you get that beautiful caramel stripes on it that just makes it look so pretty. But guys, literally the hardest part was waiting for the coffee to cool down. So I highly recommend, we can leave a link to a cold brew as well, that you can just keep the cold brew in your fridge, and it takes you 2 minutes to make your favorite coffee at home that tastes way better than what you can get at the store. Today's video was a short one, guys, because it's so easy to make, and I know you're going to love it. Now, make sure you like and subscribe, because I don't want you to miss any more of our family-friendly recipes just like this, because my sister and I are actually on a mission to prove that you can cook at home in less time than you think, and you don't have to be a professional to make delicious food at home. Remember, grab the full recipe linked in the description below, as well as all the links that we use and we recommended, from the simple syrup to the vanilla syrups and to even cold brew that you can snack. I'm out of here, friends. I've got to go get in the sun and sip on some iced coffee. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next time in my kitchen for another money-saving and family-friendly recipe. Bye, friends.